For this knife, I went with an old saw blade. Now that I've already made and used the knife, I can tell you that this metal's just way too thin for this type of knife. Might make a good fillet knife, but it was really difficult to cut through like potatoes and onions and harder foods like that. There's just not enough mass behind it. But nothing I can do about it now. And as I was cleaning up the profile of the knife, I decided that I just didn't even want to deal with heat treating this thing. Um, I was kind of careful to not overheat the metal too much, so whatever heat treat this metal got in the factory is what it has now, roughly, assuming I didn't screw it up too bad. Um, Sanding the bevels on a knife this thin is just stupid easy. Didn't worry about a plunge line or anything. You're just scraping it along the sanding belt a couple times and you're done. For this knife, I was going for like a Japanese sushi style knife. I don't know. I just wanted an octagonal handle. I think they looked cool, and I wanted to see if I could do it. This is a piece of maple that I milled up. I think it's maple. It's some tree I found in the woods. Um, I started off by planing everything square, and then I turned it on its corners, knocked off each corner, and that gave me 8 sides. Then I drilled a hole in the center of the handle, and I left that hole a little over 1/8 of an inch too small so that I could wood burn some grooves in the top and bottom. And that gave the tang of the blade something to like sit in. It wasn't just loosely in a hole, it gave the blade some direction and some strength. Off camera, I got a dowel rod that fit into that hole. I split it in half, and then for the glue up, I put each half of the dowel rod on either side of the blade, and that seemed to work pretty well. I got awful video footage of it, so I took some pictures to hopefully help you understand what exactly was going on. And once the glue had dried, I put some stain on there. Like I said, the grain wasn't anything crazy, just a very simple handle. There's nothing wrong with that. I hit it with some sandpaper again and finished it off with some mineral oil, and then we went on to sharpen it. And the last step is stropping the edge. I'm taking some buffing compound, rubbing it on this fake leather strop. Before I start, I'll deburr the blade by scraping it across a piece of wood. That burr develops from sharpening, and the wood just knocks it right off. And we'll pass the blade across the strop a couple times, and that should get it nice and sharp. And we got this knife to shave hair, so I'd say it's pretty sharp. Nothing insane, but hey, yeah, it's a kitchen knife. Now, I really like the handle of this knife, just how it feels. The blade, not so much, but like I said earlier, there's nothing I can do about it now.